Every argument on the LSAT has two core parts, a conclusion and the premises that support it. Once you can spot them, everything else on this test gets easier. Let me show you how.
There are two parts of every argument. We have the conclusion, which is the main point that the author is trying to prove, and the premise, which is his support for the conclusion, his main point. Let's go ahead and talk about how to spot conclusion. When you see these words, therefore, hence, so, thus, consequently, it follows that, these are conclusion indicators. What comes after these words is almost always the conclusion. Let's go ahead and try a few examples. All birds have feathers. Penguins are birds, therefore, penguins have feathers. Do I see a conclusion indicator? I do. What follows it? Penguins have feathers, therefore, penguins have feathers is the conclusion. Let's try another example. The city has invested heavily in public transit and bike lanes. Consequently, commuter traffic has decreased significantly. Do I have a conclusion indicator? I do. It's the word consequently. Great. What follows the word consequently? Commuter traffic has decreased significantly. That's the conclusion. Let's do one last example. Every student in the program passed the exam. It follows that the program adequately prepares its students. Do I have a conclusion indicator? I do. It follows that. What's after the conclusion indicator? The program adequately prepares its students. That's the conclusion. Let's talk about premise indicators. These words usually indicate what comes after is a premise. Words such as because, for, since, given that, as indicated by. Let's go ahead and try out a couple of examples. Penguins have feathers because all birds have feathers, and penguins are birds. Do I have a premise indicator? I do. The word because. What follows the word because? All birds have feathers and penguins are birds. That's your premise. Let's do another example. The proposed law will likely be ineffective since similar legislation in other states has failed to reduce crime rates. Do I have a premise indicator? I do. It's the word since. What follows it? Similar legislation in other states has failed to reduce crime rates. The premise is this part. Given that the company reported losses for 3 consecutive quarters, shareholders should be concerned about its long-term viability. Do I have a premise indicator? I do, given that. So what's the premise? It's the company reported losses for 3 consecutive quarters. Now you know what to look for. Practice spotting this in everything you read. The more automatic it becomes, the faster you'll move on testing.